I made a concept trailer for a Mario Maker sequel in 3D, but many of the comments said that Nintendo would never make it. Most of the critiques gave one of the following 3 reasons. The console couldn't handle it. It would mean the end of all future 3D Mario games. It would be too hard for a beginner to use. First, I'm going to explain why Mario Maker 3 needs to be in 3D. Then I'm going to explain why the 3 excuses I just mentioned are wrong. There are a lot of fan-made Mario Maker 3 concept trailers showing the game in 2D. The problem with all of them is that they just look like Mario Maker 2, but with new stuff. New stuff that Nintendo didn't feel was worth their time to add into Mario Maker 2. They calculated that the cost of adding new features wouldn't help sales. It's simple business to not invest money if there's no return on the investment. That's why they keep releasing updates for Smash Bros. And Mario Kart years after they came out. Nintendo knows that the Maker sequel needs more than just new features. It needs to generate excitement. When they added 3D World as a game style, that was exciting. We'd never seen one of their 3D games done as a 2D game. Some fans would say that a 2D Odyssey, Galaxy, or Sunshine would be the solution. I see that as lazy, and the same thing would happen to that game that happened to Mario Maker 2. Huge hype at first with a gradual decline in interest. The game flatlines in interest after only 3 months. Even with 2 updates, it flatlines again very shortly after. Since new features didn't hold interest in Mario Maker 2, why would it for a 2D Mario Maker 3? Now let's get to some of the excuses people give for why a 3D Maker game wouldn't happen. The console couldn't handle it. This excuse is lazy. Nintendo almost always makes a new version of their popular Mario games when they make a new console, like Smash Bros, Mario Kart, and the next 3D Mario platformer. Maybe the Switch couldn't handle a Mario Odyssey Maker, but they made the 3D All-Stars games run just fine because they're from older consoles. Put those games into the next Nintendo console with a level builder and there would be no problem. It would ruin future 3D Mario games. I never understood this logic. Somehow people think that if we can build 3D Mario levels that we won't care about future 3D Mario games? If Mario Maker 2 came out before Odyssey and had a 3D level builder, do you really think Odyssey would have been a flop? Absolutely not. Not only is this bad logic, but Nintendo is releasing an entirely new 2D Mario game, and I guarantee you it will do well. This should tell you that Mario Maker 1 and 2 had no impact on Nintendo's willingness to make 2D games. The same goes for 3D games. It'd be too hard to use. This argument makes no sense because there's literally Minecraft, the most popular game to exist in the past 10 years, and a large part of its intrigue is the ability to build, wait for it, 3D areas, block by block. Obviously, a 3D Mario Maker wouldn't be as blocky. Nintendo released Game Builder Garage, and it can make some amazing 3D levels with this as a level editor. Seriously, this created the building blocks for this. Nintendo has always been great at making games that are easy to learn, so there's no reason to think they wouldn't do the same for a 3D Mario Maker.